this is Ronnie Geigerson with Homebridge Financial, bringing you another episode of Building Your Dream. And today I have my special guest again with me, Drew Rivas with Artistic Contractors. Thank you for coming and joining us again today, Drew.
Thanks for having me, Ronnie. It's great to be on the show.
Well, what we'd like to do something special today. One of the great icons of the renovation business passed away this past month by the name of Fred Amon. Fred was one of the true passionate people about renovation lending and the things that went on in it. He was one of the greatest resources I ever had for this business. I knew him for over 20 years, and we are going to greatly miss him in this business. He really was the guy who wrote the book. I know that you knew him. Drew, tell us a little bit about Fred as well.
Like you said, Fred Amon was a great guy. He was passionate about anything that had to do with real estate. Whenever you talk about renovation loans, 2 or 3Ks in the Charlotte and surrounding areas, you had to mention the name Fred Amon.
That's right. Fred Amon was the man.
He brought lenders together. He brought contractors together. He brought real estate agents together to really get this program off the ground in the Charlotte area. He was a great guy and a great friend. He's going to be missed.
Really, very much so. And once again, thank you, Fred, for everything. We will miss you greatly. What we're going to be talking about a little bit today is something a new trend that we're starting to see in America. In 2010, we really didn't even have this statistic, and today we now have 16% of our households that are now multi-generational. And what we're talking about is that we have people bringing their parents in to live with them, and then we also have the kids coming back to live. And what we're going to talk to you about a little bit today is a mother-in-law suite that was built onto a house to accommodate these people's mother coming back to live with them. And I got to tell you, when I first looked at these pictures, it really was striking and really was beautiful. But what we want to do to preface this, before we get into all the costs, I want to talk to you a little bit about this. When you talk about moving into any kind of senior living or assisted living, but mainly senior living, we're talking about on the low end of $3,200 a month to the high end of almost $5,000 a month. And we're talking about a single room apartment that people live in. They get maybe 1 or 2 meals a day from the facility, and of course they do get some transportation. But I want you to think of that in terms of anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So when you keep that in mind and what we're getting ready to show you, we're really going to surprise you about how much more affordable what they did with this particular home than actually sending someone to this assisted living home. So without any further ado, tell us a little bit about this project, Drew, and how it came about and what you guys did to it.
Sure. Well, we met with the homeowners, and we, through several meetings, found out that the mother-in-law of the gentleman we worked on the house was moving back. She was an older lady and she needed some extra care. So instead of putting her into a senior living assisted home, like you said, they decided to build an addition onto their home.
Right.
And we're not talking about just any addition. It was about 500 square feet. They got all hardwood floors, 2 vanity cabinets in the bathroom, some quartz countertops, a nice tile shower. They did all this for around $110,000. They even have a little kitchenette with a sink and a refrigerator and a microwave, and it's completely separate from the other side of the house. So they get complete privacy. They get to take care of their mother, and it's a lot cheaper than the $5,000 to $6,000 a month you were talking about.
Well, that's really amazing, and we're going to show you some pictures of this because I have to tell you, I was absolutely amazed at what this looked like and the things. We're not just talking about putting up a little addition on the house. This is absolutely beautiful. And these people were able to do this. And what's really remarkable about this, and when you stop and think about it, they were able to do this addition to the home. And when you talk about the add-on of $110,000, we're talking an average of around $6 per thousand to do this. So think about that. $4,800 a month versus maybe an additional $700 a month to your home mortgage. In addition to that, you will need to consult a tax professional, but there's probably some addition you will be able to get on your tax write-off for your mortgage. So when you think about all of those things, how amazing this is that these people were able to create an atmosphere where the family has privacy without the mother-in-law being there in their way all the time, and the mother-in-law also has her privacy and independence when she doesn't want to be with the family, and then everyone can be together when they want to be together.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is begin to take you through kind of the sequence of things that we did with this project and how it turned out. And it's really just absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little bit before we go to break about the bedroom itself and what you guys did in there.
Well, we added on to the back of the house. It's about 500 square feet, like I said. The customers wanted 9-foot ceilings with a tray ceiling that goes up, can lights around, and then they have a chandelier in the middle of the room, which looked great.
You can see this in the backdrop right now. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful.
I know, it makes me want to live there. So they had French doors on their bedroom that open up to a screen porch right off the bedroom. Huge master closet with custom shelving. The closet was almost 100 square feet itself. Huge tile shower, like I said. And I think the most important thing is what Ronnie was hitting to is you can tie this all into your mortgage. It was a refinance project that this couple did. And like you said, they added, I think, $600 to their monthly payment.
Right.
They added square footage on their house. They added value. The mother gets to move in and still be separate at the same time, and they're not paying $5,000 or $6,000 a month. That's going down the drain. That money's not going anywhere except to the assisted living community.
Well, and you know what? I think this is absolutely beautiful what you guys did, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this in the next segment and some of the other values that came with it. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break here in just a second, and we're going to come back and talk to you a little bit more about this project and some of the other things that go along with it, as well as how it can benefit you in many other ways as well. So we'll be back in just a second. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Giverson, and I am with Homebridge Financial, and we're bringing you a great new show on Cable Channel 9 at 7:30 on Saturday mornings called Building Your Dream. If you can't make it, just DVR it and look at it later, or you can contact me at 704-562-6194, and I'll send you the YouTube link. There's some exciting information we're going to show you about home renovations.
Do you watch HGTV? Are you familiar with the Property Brothers? Would you like to take an old house, buy it for cheap, and then renovate it to look like whatever you want it to? We can show you how to do that at Artistic Contractors. I'm Drew Rivas, and you can give us a call, 704-280-3934, or check out our website, www.artisticcontractorsnc.com.
I'm Ronnie Giverson. I'm with Homebridge Financial, and we're bringing you a great new show called Building Your Dream on Saturdays at 7:30 on Cable Channel 9. We really want you to join in and get some great information on how you can not only remodel and renovate your home, but how you can pay for that with one first mortgage loan. So if you can't tune in, please flip your DVR on to record, and we look forward to seeing you then.
Hey, welcome back to Building Your Dream with Homebridge Financial. I'm Ronnie Giverson, and once again, I have Drew Rivas with me with Artistic Contractors. And as you know, we've been talking about a renovation project for a family who needed to bring their mother-in-law back into the home as opposed to sending her to an assisted living or senior living home. I think what they did to this home was remarkable, and some of the things that we talked about in the previous segment is just unbelievable. And as we talk through this, you're going to be showing you segments of what was done to this house and how it worked for them. But we want to talk about the importance too of not just the fact that they were able to do this for their mother, but they also brought value to your home. And this was a refinance, so the family didn't have to relocate. All the children got to stay in where they were, and the family was all together. This may not always be the case where you have a situation where you can do that in your present home. But this is the beauty of what you can do, is if you find that home in the right neighborhood, you can also use this on a purchase loan as well. And whether you have mother-in-law or father or whatever the case may be coming back to live with you, you also may be having some children coming back to you. We know today that we have 6 million children now living at home between the ages of 24 and 35. And that's a pretty big statistic. So we have a lot of changing demographics in our country. And what this renovation product allows you to do is get this situation fixed so you can have your family together without everybody being on top of one another, and it being a lot better for everyone in the family. when we talk about the renovation loan and what's going on with it, it's a great product. There's two of them. It's called the 203K FHA Rehabilitation Loan or Renovation Loan, and then we have a conventional product called the Fannie Mae Home Style, and it's basically the same thing. It's just one allows for higher loan limits. In Mecklenburg County area, FHA has a $271,000 mortgage limit, and the Fannie Mae loan has a $417,000 limit here. So depending on your needs and all the things that go into it, we can find a product that fits your needs and fits the situation that you're currently in. Now let's get back to this house and what you did to this again. I want to see some of the stuff that you were talking about with the vanity and the little kitchenette and some of the walkways there. I mean, this is really, really nice stuff. What you guys were putting in some really nice looking countertops and the walls there. Tell us a little bit about what you did to that, Drew.
Well, I'd like to start off with the pocket door. This is kind of a trending thing happening on HGTV and DIY Network.
Wow.
You got the wooden panel pocket door.
Right.
You got a full glass piece, and then it's opaque glass. So the light can come through, but you still have privacy. Now that completely shut off the addition that we built. We left the exterior wall up on the brick house. We put insulation, then we put drywall, so there was no sound transference at all. It's completely private.
Wow.
And then we ran hardwood floors throughout, put a nice screen porch on it, gave them some beautiful lighting fixtures that they picked out, and then the bathroom is just, it's amazing. Subway tile to the wall or to the ceiling, 2 shower head fixtures, custom glass door. The vanities are custom cabinets with quartz countertops and some nice faucets. So it was really a great renovation, and you know, when you speak of building renovations and doing any kind of construction, you know, this probably cost $100, $130 a square foot.
Right. The
value they got out of that is around $200. That's what it appraised for per square foot after they got done with it.
Well, that's absolutely unbelievable. And I got to tell you, this is beautiful stuff you guys have done here. I mean, I'm just, you know, you would think this is just absolutely, you know, brand new construction wherever you go. You just don't see the kind of amenities and some of the things that you've done to this. I mean, it's really, really beautiful stuff. You know, when you talk about the privacy for the family too, I think that's a real key issue. And I think you guys did a great job of being able to allow that for the family to be separated, and yet they all have their ability to get together whenever they want, and they all have the ability to see and be able to see everything's going on with their mother or grandma, whatever the case may be, checking on them, making sure they're comfortable, so they can be in the family rooms whenever they're eating dinner, whatever the case may be. I just think it's great. And when we start talking about this stuff again, as far as what goes on and how this works for people, this is what you have to understand is that you can do this to most homes in most areas. Now, you have limitations like everything else, but when you stop and think about it, you may not have to go as big as this. You might be just taking a room that you had already, or an upstairs attic that could be renovated, or any number of things that you could do if you happen to have the kids coming back, whatever the case may be. Because when the kids come back, sometimes they do bring more with them, and that's an issue that you have to deal with. But we are seeing this happen all over America, and this is just a great way to make everyone more comfortable in the home setting. And you guys are a great contractor around here. I know you've been doing this work in the rehabilitation side for many years here in Charlotte. We have another great project on another show we've done, and we invite you to go see that as well, about a South Park renovation that you did. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in the next segment and show you guys what they did to that project, because that's absolutely astounding too. Being able to take a home where you've been living in for 15 or 20 years, and you have two choices. You can either move and dislocate your children from their family and from all the friends they've grown up with in the schools, or you can take and totally modernize this house, which is what you did. You know, I just, that work there is just as striking as this, what you guys did to this house. Look forward to seeing a little bit more about that one too.
Yeah, we'll have to see that next show. That brings up a great point that I don't think a lot of people know, is there's so much you can do with this loan. The sky is really the limit. You can't build a swimming pool, right? You can't build a detached garage. But besides that, renovated kitchen, add a second story to your home, add an addition to your home, just remodel your home. And every finish that you pick out goes in there. It's not like anyone's selecting this for you. It's all you. So it really makes it feel like it's your house, it's your project. And I can't say enough about the flexibility and the different types of people that can use this loan for their different situations. It's almost anyone.
Well, I'm going to fill you in on something. Under the Fannie Mae home style, you can actually put a pool in, and you can actually do detached garage. So that's one of the great things about the flexibility of the conventional program. So we'll talk a little bit about that in the next segment. We'll be right back after this brief commercial, and look forward to wrapping this up with you and talking a little bit more about what you did to that house in South Florida.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Giberson, and I am with Homebridge Financial, and we're bringing you a great new show on Cable Channel 9 at 7:30 on Saturday mornings called Building Your Dream. If you can't make it, just DVR it and look at it later, or you can contact me at 704-562-6194, and I'll send you the YouTube link. There's some exciting information we're going to show you about home renovations.
You watch HGTV? Are you familiar with the Property Brothers? Would you like to take an old house, buy it for cheap, and then renovate it to look like whatever you want it to? We can show you how to do that at Artistic Contractors. I'm Drew Rivas, and you can give us a call, 704-280-3934, or check out our website, www.artisticcontractorsnc.com.
I'm Ronnie Giberson. I'm with Homebridge Financial, and we're bringing you a great new show called Building Your Dream on Saturdays at 7:30 on Cable Channel 9. We really want you to join in and get some great information on how you can not only remodel and renovate your home, but how you can pay for that with one first mortgage loan. So if you can't tune in, please flip your DVR on to record, and we look forward to seeing you then.
Looking for a professional painter and drywall contractor? Then look no more. Colores is licensed and insured and will make sure your home is beautiful, whether you want the whole house painted on the outside or just 2 rooms inside. No job is too big or small. Contact Colores Painting at 704-320-5736. That's 704-320-5736.
Hi, we're Mozart's Pharmacy at 1711 Central Avenue. We invite you to come in and visit with us because we don't only deliver, but we care. We're caregivers as well. And we make sure our people are in compliance with their medicines and taking their medicines and helping them to straighten out. And we consult with our pharmacists 24/7. And please come and visit us at Mozart's Pharmacy.
Hey, this is Ronnie Giberson again with Homebridge Financial, and we're going to bring you the last segment of Building Your Dream today. We've already talked about a great addition that these guys did to a house for a mother-in-law suite. We're going to talk a little bit about in the last segment about 2 things that we've done recently with them, and one of them is a great house over here in the Plaza Midwood area. And this was really a remarkable thing that you can do with this. A gentleman bought this home. It was 782 square feet, correct?
Very small.
Very small home that had been there for probably, 40, 50 years?
Yeah.
And really, what you guys did is you did about 1,400 square feet add-on to this?
That's what we added to the first level and to the second.
We had a first and second level add-on. And here's the part that's really going to get you. Now, we bought this thing. The sales price on this was about $110,000. We had about $188,000 of renovation work, and when we do renovation work, and this is an important thing, we don't just give you that amount. We give you some extra to make sure if any contingencies coming into it, and we do some other things. So, all in all, they had about $325,000 in this particular project, from the purchase price, all the renovation work, and all the 10% contingency. This thing appraised for over $450,000, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking $450,000.
Before it was even built.
Before it was even built. Good point. I mean, before it was even built. So let me tell you, there's some great jewels out there in some of these areas in Plaza Midwood and Noda. These places are all being revitalized, and if you want to live near town and things like that, There's some great home runs out there. There's some great places like that, even in the South Park area. A lot of the areas around, in and around Dilworth and all that, they were all built 40, 50 years ago. We're going to be excited about showing the finished product on this in the future. But, tell us a little bit about how that came about with your customer and what you guys did to this one, and we're getting ready to do to it, I should say.
The one in Plaza Midwood, was that
Yes,
what you got?
yes.
The one in Plaza Midwood, small house, and the reason we got it such a low price is because of the setbacks in the backyard.
Right.
We actually had to apply for a variance through the city.
Yeah.
That got approved, and then we got an architect together, drew up this house, and like you said, it ended up costing about $300,000, $325,000 altogether. He's got everything you can think of, all hardwood floors.
Wow.
Huge island feature with all granite countertops, fireplace insert with stone going all the way to the ceiling. Carpet in the bedrooms. He's got it all, and like you said, he's got immediate equity with this type of loan. He just took advantage of the area and the loan, and then now it's a hot market over there in Plaza Midwood, so he's really going to benefit.
This is just tremendous, and I have to tell you, I can't wait to see the finished product based on everything else I've seen you do. And one thing we're going to talk about real quick too is a South Park renovation. Now, this is a gentleman that lived in a house that was built in 1970, and I love to talk about this side of it. It was real 1970s. I mean, it had wood paneling in it. It just was a real 1970s house. The outside of it, everything that was about it. And we're going to show you some pictures of it in the background, but I have to tell you, this is a great thing about being able to stay where you are and you've raised your kids. Now, this man had 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
They had grown up in the area, going to the same schools, and he had 2 choices. He either had to move to get to the amenities he wanted or rehab this. And this one was about a $60,000 project.
That's right.
And when you look at this house and what you guys did to it, it was absolutely unbelievable. You put on a man cave for him, you added, revitalized his deck, and totally modernized his family room and kitchen. I mean, when you see the pictures of this, it's just not even like night and day. And then you took the outside of it and remodernized the whole outside of it from the bricks and the soffits. It's just absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little bit about that, Drew, because I know we don't have a lot of time, but just kind of give us a quick overview of what happened on this one.
Like you said, guy loved the area. His kids wanted to stay in the same school. They wanted to keep their friends around. All we did was update it. It was hideous. It had all the wood paneling, had tile, the ugly big tile going up the fireplace. The appliances you saw were the old green avocado ones you would see in your grandma's house, sort of.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and another thing we're getting at here too is you can do almost anything. He got stainless steel appliances in this home.
Right, he did.
He got 30 can lights throughout the home that really lit up the place. We put a stone veneer on the fireplace and put a big timber mantle right there. Brand new wood flooring throughout, new countertops. We even had we hid the dishwasher with a cabinet panel. So we have a hidden dishwasher feature. The island, we did a separate cabinet style with a different color, put quartz countertops everywhere, repainted the whole house, put a roof on his porch. We did all this within $60,000, and I think it added $21 to his monthly payment. So he's actually paying $20 or more to have this fresh look on his house.
Well, not only that, too, he actually got an energy savings benefit because you updated all of his ductwork and everything else. So he actually ended up paying less because of the energy savings. But I have to tell you, my personal thing was the man cave. You took this little room that was nothing and created this man cave, which also created a little area that folded out to his new deck, covered deck that he could entertain his guests with or have kids over. I just gotta tell you, the more I see this particular one, the more it just blows me away about what you guys did to this particular house, especially with the deck and the overhang. Just turned it into an all year round entertainment place for him, and it's just remarkable some of the things you can do. And he illustrates this. You know, the sky's the limit. This guy's home, after all this work was done, is appraised out for about 90% of the appraised value of what he had in it. Once again, he was going to have to go out and buy brand new somewhere or buy another house somewhere else away from where his daughters had grown up. And this is about bringing continuity to your family. Plus, and one of the number one things we do know is it kept him close to where he works, which people don't like long commutes. So all of those things kind of come into play because people want to be near where they work One of the things, a lot of people work downtown. That's why the Plaza Midwood is going so well, and big places like NoDa or North Davidson, as they call it. But, you know, it's all remarkable the things that can be done with this wonderful program. Once again, we can do with as little as 3.5% down on a purchase loan on the FHA program, as little as 5% down on the conventional program. We're not talking big dollars to get into this. If you can just, you know, find that right spot that you're looking for in the right neighborhood for your family, or you just want to stay there. Now, underneath, you can see the banners of how to contact us. My name's Ronnie Giberson. I'm with Homebridge Financial. We are the #3 renovation lender in the country right now. You can reach me at 704-562-6194. But this banner's been underneath here the whole time. Drew, I know your information's there. Tell them how to get in touch with you as well.
Sure. One thing I would say, make sure you use a contractor that's done these type of renovation loans
that's
before.
An important point.
Also, make sure you're going to use a lender that's done these before, because they can get a little bit complicated. But if two parties have done them before, it's a very simple process. If you just want an idea of how much it's going to cost to refinance your house, or you're looking at a house and you want to make an offer on it, but you're not sure how much that's going to cost, we will come out and help you and guide you along that process. Again, I'm Drew with Artistic Contractors. 704-280-3934. Please check out our website as well, www.artisticcontractorsnc.com.
And that's a great point you brought up. One of the things we do is we do recommend contractors that are familiar with this project, the process that we go through and the projects. I can't tell you what some of the great stuff these guys have done, and the work that I have seen them do. So once again, write this information down. Give us a call and learn more about it, because I will tell you it's worth your time to learn more about this wonderful program. Once again, thank you for being with me here again.
Thanks for having me.
Drew, it's always great to see you as well, and look forward to hearing from you. And remember, you can reach us on the numbers below, and this is Building Your Dream. Have a great day. Thank you.